Okay, and hello to the online students too. Okay, everybody, are you ready? Yes, are you ready? Okay, so today we are going to talk about money. Let's talk about money. Do you like money? Do you have lots of money? Can you give me some money? Oh. Okay, so I would like you to work in partners, work in pairs for 2 or 3 minutes and ask each other the questions you can see on the screen. So, do you have a job? Is it full-time or part-time? Are you good at saving money? How do you do it? Do you keep it in the bank? Do you put it in a piggy bank? How do you spend your money? What do you usually buy? Okay, so 2 or 3 minutes to either think or ask your friends, and then I will ask you, okay? Okay, everybody, are you ready? Does anybody in the room have a job? No, not yet. Would you like to have a part-time job? What would be the best part-time job you could do? Sorry? Waitering? Okay, that's a good part-time job you could get. Anything else? No? So how do you make money? How do you keep your money? Keep it in the bank? Good. Are you good at saving money? Sorry? Okay, not actually good at saving money. Why? Why do you think you are not good at saving money? Okay, so maybe you spend too much on online shopping. Let's have the boy at the back. Are you good at saving money? No? Why? Why are you not good at saving money? Okay, you don't have money to save. And the boy next to you, are you good at saving money? Yes. And how do you save money? Okay, good. Let's have the girl here, please. How do you spend your money? What do you usually buy? Sorry, speak louder, please. How do you spend your money? What do you usually buy? You don't know what do you usually buy? Food? Okay, so you usually spend your money on food. Now, how about you? How much did you spend yesterday? How much did you spend yesterday? About 80,000. And what did you spend it on? Food? Okay, mostly food. Now, everybody, let's look here. Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy love. Do you agree or disagree? Agree, half and half? It depends. What does it depend on? Okay, good. Money is the base of love. Okay, so you wouldn't marry a poor woman? You would or wouldn't? It depends. She's very, very pretty, but she's so poor. She's a cleaner. Would you marry her? Maybe. Okay, why? What do you think? You said you agree? You agree? Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy love. Why? Why do you think that? It depends. Okay, what does it depend on? Yes, takes a lot of time to answer, even though you've had a few minutes to look. What do you think? The two girls at the back. Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy love. Do you agree or disagree? Why? Why do you disagree with this opinion? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. I will not get married if I don't have enough money for the life of yeah. Okay, very good answer. Very good. So money can buy happiness if you give to charity. If you give someone money that has no food, they're going to be happy. Now, one more question. What's the most you have ever spent on a gift? Let's have the girl here, please. Yes, what is the most you have ever spent on a gift? Mm-hmm. Sorry? What's the most you have ever spent on a gift? Do you understand? No? So how much money is the most you have ever spent on a gift? What is the most expensive gift you have bought to give to someone? Shh, quiet, please. I can't hear anything she's saying. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, everybody. Now, let's take a look at Unit 7. So, Unit 7, please, everybody. Are you ready? Yes? Okay, so we look at this wedding in Egypt, and people that come to the wedding just throw money in the air. When the bride and groom are like this, the family throw money on the bride and the groom. Does this happen in Vietnam? No? What do you think would happen if this happened here? Okay. Ah, okay. Yes. So we have a box. In Vietnam, you use a box, and it's much more civilized and a much better way than just throwing money in the air. You could lose it or someone's going to take it. Now, why do you think money is a typical gift for a couple on their wedding day? Or why do you think giving money to a newly married couple is a good gift?
Amount of money on the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good.
if we give the money, maybe and they can use it.
Yes.
Maybe for those.
Mm-hmm. So the ceremony is so expensive that when guests come to your wedding, getting some money back will help pay for the cost of the wedding.
And also, yes, when they come to the wedding, they also eat something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's just they pay for it.
Yeah. In England, we often give like household appliances as gifts at a wedding. We don't often give money. We give like a new kettle or a new toaster or something like that. Now, again, I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to work together as partners and ask each other, in what situations do you give money as gifts in Vietnam? Do you give money to your friends for their birthdays, Christmas, Tet holiday? How much do you think is a reasonable amount to give to your friends or family as a wedding gift? And the last question to think about, do you think it is important to care a lot about money? Do you think some people care too much about money and it's all they think of? Does everybody understand? Yes? Okay, so just 2 or 3 minutes to ask each other, and then I'm going to come and ask you, please. Okay, let's have the boy here, please. In what situations do you give money as gifts in Vietnam? Okay, weddings, yeah. Any more you can think of? Weddings and on birthdays? Yes? One more? Sorry? Funeral? Funeral? You give money to the dead person? Or you give money to the family? Okay, so funeral, weddings, birthdays. What more? What? Sorry? Lunar New Year, good. Okay, so Lunar New Year too. How much is a reasonable amount to give to someone as a wedding gift? Let's have, can I have it, please? How much is a reasonable amount? $500,000? Whoa. Do you think that is too high or too low? It's normal? It's not normal. Why? What do you think? Sorry? 100? No one invite him to the wedding. 100? Will you eat and drink? Oh my God. How much do you think is a reasonable amount? Do you think someone who is fat like me, who can eat and drink a lot, should pay the same as someone who doesn't eat so much? You should pay the same? Yeah, it should be the same. Even though if me and you go, maybe I can drink a lot and eat 10 fish. Yeah, we pay the same. And one more question. Do you think it is important to care a lot about money? What do you think?
I think caring about money is also crucial, and for that, normally you have to work hard to get it. And moreover, if you have money, if you have money, you can buy more food for your family, medicine, and many more. Then I think I will care.
Okay, good. Thank you. How about the other guy? Do you think it is important to care a lot about money?
Take care of the family.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, on the other hand, we shouldn't put too much
Mm-hmm.
effort. We should have the rest.
Okay, very good. Thank you, everybody. Do we have any online students? What do you think? Is it important to care a lot about money? Okay, everybody, let's just take 2 minutes to do the register. Lê Ngọc Minh An, Phương An, Thanh Đạt, Nhật Đen, Đặt Yen, online, Hugh Duan, online, are you there? Okay. Thuy Dương, online. An Hai, Zahan, Quốc Hào, Hoàng Hùng, Can Tran Đinh Can, Hoàng Huy Kim, An Khoa, Huynh Lê Đan Linh, sorry, Nguyên Can Linh, Lê Tran Duy Man, Snow Lake, online, Thao Nguyên, Vô Nhật Nguyên, online. Nguyen Ngọc Nhi. Where was I? Town Nhi. Can you? How do I say that name? Can you? Do you know the reason? Sorry? Oh, she's getting vaccinated. Phương, Phong Phương. Huh? Than Phương. Nhạc Thạc. Trương Nhạc Thạc. Online. Thank you. Trương Than. Quyên An Thư. Quyên An Thư. And Viet Trinh. Tan Trúc. And Lam V. Thank you. Okay, thank you everybody. Now let's take a look at the books. Look here at the photo, everybody. What do you think people are spending their money on? So this is a cafe in New Orleans, Louisiana. What do you think people are spending their money on? Everybody, easy question, easy question. What do you think people are spending their money on in the photo? What do you think? Sorry? But what are the people in the photo spending their money on? Okay, so drinks, what else? Clothes?
I don't know.
It says a cafe.
Okay.
You can buy clothes in a cafe. Good. So maybe some drinks, maybe some food. Good. Okay, so some snacks. How much money do you think you spend every month on food? For yourself only.
Oh, for myself.
Yeah?
3 million.
3 million for yourself? Ooh. How much do you think you spend for yourself on food every month? 1 million. How about you? How much money do you think you spend on food for yourself every month?
Maybe
2 or 3 million, okay. How about you? How much do you spend every month on food? Sorry? But how much do you think your mum gives you for food every month? For 1 month? 200 for 1 month? Okay. All your main meals are eaten at home? Okay. Now look at the chart. Which country spends the most amount on food? If we look here, which countries spend the most on food out of everything they have? Good, Russia. Russia's number 1. Which country spends the least amount of money on food? Good, United States, just 7% on food. Okay. It's because fuel and housing and utilities are so expensive in United States, Australia, England. It costs most of everything we get. Okay, now we're going to listen to the questions with the new vocabulary, and then we're going to ask each other these questions. So let's take a listen, please.
Unit 7, Lesson A, page 124. Exercise A. Survey. Your views on money.
1. Do you associate a high salary with happiness?
Okay, so number one, do you associate a high salary with happiness? Do you understand the question? Yes. Do you think that people with high salaries are happier?
2. Does how much money you have frequently determine what you can or can't do?
Does how much money you have frequently determine what you can or can't do? Do you understand? Yes.
3. Do you find more fulfillment doing activities that require money than ones that don't?
Do you find more fulfillment doing activities that require money than ones that don't? Does everybody understand the question? No? Yeah, you understand. Tell me if you don't understand. Do you understand? No? So it means, do you find more fulfillment? Do you get more happiness doing things you pay money for, or more happy doing things that are free? Fulfillment is how you feel inside, how happy you feel. So, does it make you happier doing things that are free? Does it make you happier doing things that you need to pay for? Do you understand?
4. Do you believe that saving money is a virtue?
Do you believe that saving money is a virtue? Do you understand or do you know the word virtue? Virtue is a good characteristic about yourself. If you have patience, that is a good virtue. If you are responsible, that is a good virtue. If you are good with money, that is a good characteristic about yourself. A virtue is something good about yourself.
5. Does spending money contribute to your sense of well-being?
Does spending money contribute to your sense of well-being? Your well-being is how happy and how comfortable you feel. So, does spending money make you feel more comfortable and happier? Maybe if you can buy a more comfortable house or comfortable bed. Do you understand?
6. Is it important to use your money to impact others' lives for the better?
Is it important to use your money to impact other lives for the better? Does everybody understand the question? Yes?
7. Does having more money increase your sense of security?
Do you understand? Yes?
8. Does having money promote independence?
Yes. Does having money promote independence?
9. Do you engage in financial planning for the future?
10. Do you have an optimistic outlook regarding your financial future?
Okay, now, are there any questions here you don't understand? Yes or no? Yes, tell me, which question don't you understand? Sorry? Number Number 10, do you understand the word optimistic? Do you know the word optimistic? Yeah, when you have a positive outlook. So, do you have an optimistic outlook? Means your outlook, your view of the world regarding your financial future. It means that let me try to explain. Do you have a positive look on how your future will be with your money? Do you believe that one day you will have a good job and you will be rich and have a nice house? That will be an optimistic outlook. A pessimistic outlook will be thinking, I'm going to be poor with a small house and a small motorbike. Optimistic is thinking, I will be rich, I will have a big house, I will have lots of money. Do you understand? Okay, so try your best, ask each other, and I'm going to ask you these questions, okay? So 4 or 5 minutes, please, to ask these questions and think about the answers. I want to hear you asking each other in English too, please. So how about you? Do you associate a high salary with happiness? Yeah? Why? Good. What about if you're working maybe 16 hours a day, 15, 16 hours a day?
So maybe it could be I could be better if I work less. I could be less money, but maybe have more time for myself, spend alone with my different
Yeah.
that could be.
Okay, good, very good. Does how much money you have frequently determine what you can or can't do?
Yes.
Yeah. It's always good to have money there if someone invites you to a wedding or a party or to go to eat. If you have no money, you can't do any of it. Okay? Thank you. However, do you find more fulfillment? Do you find more fulfillment? You see? Do you find more fulfillment doing activities that require money or ones that are free? So, for example, going to the beach or going. Sorry, yeah, hang out with family, yeah. So you prefer the ones that don't require money? Yeah, okay, very good, thank you. Do you believe that saving money is a virtue? And do you think that spending money contributes to your sense of well-being? Do you feel like a better person when you spend money, or do you feel like a worse person? Do you understand? It's okay, you try to explain to me in English, I'll help you. There's no right or wrong answer. How do you feel when you spend money? Sorry? Do you feel happy when you spend money? Do you ever feel sad when you spend money? No? No? Okay, thank you. What do you think? Is it important to use your money to impact others' lives for the better? Is it important to use your money to impact other people's lives? Yeah? Okay? So maybe if you become rich, you will help your mum and your dad buy them a house, buy them things, yes, you will impact their lives. And does having more money increase your sense of security?
The more money I have, the more I have to secure my money. That's
Yes? And you will be secure, you will have security for your future. Because if you ever need to go to the hospital, you have money there for you. Does having money promote independence? Does having money promote independence? Yes? What can you do with money to make you independent? What do you think is good? Yeah, so the wife can be independent, yeah. And also when you were a teenager, if you had money, if you were a young adult, you have money to buy your own motorbike, you have to use your parents' motorbike, you're independent, you can go out. Okay, good thing. Do you engage in financial planning? Do you have an optimistic outlook on your financial future? Do you associate a high salary with happiness? Number one, do you think people with a higher salary are happier people? Yes? Yeah? What do you think? The same as here? What about if you work very long days, if you work 15 or 16 hours a day, you get a very high salary? Do you think you'll be less happy? Yeah, you'll be happy? Okay. Does how much money you have frequently determine what you can and can't do? Yeah. Okay, so it means, okay, I will still ask you when you come back, I'm not stupid. You can go out, when you come back, I'm going to ask you about this. Okay, so number 2 means, does how much money you have mean what you can decide what you can or can't do? For example, if you have no money and your friend invites you to dinner, you can't go. So how much money you have determines what you can or can't do. If you have money, you can go to eat with your friends, give money as a wedding gift. If you have no money, you can't do anything. So this question, does how much money you have determine what you can or can't do? Okay, I'll ask you another question. Do you believe that saving money is a virtue? Okay, thank you. Okay, everybody, we'll take a 5-minute break and then I'll ask the sports students here. Okay, everybody, ready? No? Well, let's get ready. Okay, sit down, please. And no more ding, ding, ding on that bell. I'll throw it out the window. Okay. Do you associate a high salary with happiness? What do you think? Do people with high salaries are happier? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's have the boy here, please. Let me ask you, is it important to use your money to impact others' lives for the better? Mm-hmm. So, but other people's lives. So if you had a lot of money, who would you help? Mm-hmm. Okay, good charity for poor people, maybe some to your mother and your father too. Okay, thank you. Do you engage in financial planning for the future? So do you plan for the future? No? You don't think about the future? Yes? Okay, okay. Good, thank you. And how about you? Do you associate a high salary with happiness?
As far as I'm concerned, I think social happiness associated with high salary.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have money, you can spend it on anything you like.
Mm-hmm.
Travel or buy expensive food or buy medicine for your family.
Okay.
It's really
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much. Well done, everybody. So let's look at the new vocabulary. We have the new vocabulary, everybody here in blue: engage in, promote, well-being, virtue, fulfillment, determine, associate, security, outlook, and impact. Now, to do an activity, to do something is to engage in. Okay, to do something is to engage in. To decide or to influence. Okay, determine. To connect in the mind. Associate. To have a direct effect on. Good, impact. Maybe your mother has had an impact on your life. Your father has had an impact. A point of view or your attitude is your your outlook. What is your outlook on the Russian war? What is your outlook on pizza? It can be anything. It's the same as what do you think? Safety, protection from harm is, security. A feeling of achievement or satisfaction. Fulfillment. Yes, if you do something for charity, you feel like you have achieved something or you have satisfaction. A positive personal characteristic. Virtue, okay, is a positive personal thing about yourself. To help or encourage something to happen. Promote. If we have a big party, we promote the party, make people come. And last one, a state of happiness and health, well-being. So everybody, do you understand the new vocabulary? Please take 2 or 3 minutes. Please make 2 example sentences using any of the 2 words here, okay? So 2 or 3 minutes to make a sentence, and I will go around and ask everybody to give me a sentence. Just let me tell the online students too. One minute left. Okay, let's start here then, please. Can you give me one sentence? Tell me a sentence using any of the words here.
Many people in Vietnam has a pessimistic outlook on Ukraine and
Okay, so many people in Vietnam have a positive outlook on Ukraine. Very good, thank you. The boy behind, please. Sorry? Politeness. Politeness is a virtue. Good. Okay, thank you. Politeness is a virtue everyone should have. Very good. Next, please. Sorry, money. Sorry? Money. I can't hear you. Speak louder. Okay, so money can have a big impact on our lives. Money can have a big impact on our lives. Next, please. Sorry, speak louder. I can't hear you. Okay, I couldn't really hear you. Next, please. Okay, very good. Thank you. At the back. Okay, next. Okay, good. I have an optimistic outlook for myself. Yes. Okay, good. My house has. Good. Make sure they get this. And as next.
My best virtue is to be confident.
Sorry?
My best virtue is to be confident.
Sorry, say it again.
My best virtue is to be confidence.
Okay, my best virtue is confidence. Okay, next, please. Sorry, speak louder. Huh?
It's my to perform.
Okay, I can't hear you. Yes?
Yesterday, I engaged in a football match.
Okay, good. Yes, please. Sorry? Okay, good. Job security. Yes, please. Good. Okay, thank you. Yes, please. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. Yes, please. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Well done, everybody. Let's see if we have any examples from the online students. Thank you, Chung Tak. War between Russia and Ukraine has a big impact on fuel prices. Very good. That's a great example sentence. It has a very big impact on fuel prices. Each other people take different outlooks about the war between Russia and so everyone has a different outlook. War between. Good. Okay, so everyone has a different outlook on the war between Russia and Ukraine. And Win and Hai, money is not the most important, but it can have a big impact on everything else that's important to us. And there's no security guard at the moment. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, just a quick interesting thing to see if you can know these countries' currencies. A or B? B. Okay, Japanese yen. What is the name of the United Kingdom's currency? Pound. The other class all said euro. Okay, what is the name of South Africa's currency? Rand? Let's see. Good. What is Brazil's currency? Are you sure you know this next question? Yeah, okay, you sure? Rupee, very good. Oh. Put your hand up for Frank. Yes. So, yes, a few years ago, their money used to be called francs, but now they changed it from the franc to the euro. Are you sure it's not Tai Dong? Yeah. I pressed the wrong, sorry, that was my fault. Peso. Well done, everybody. You all know your currencies. Do you have plans on traveling to another country when you're older? Yes. And where's everyone's dream? Where is your dream country to visit? Spain? Spain and France? Why? Why Spain and France? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah? You don't want to come to England? One day. How about other people? Where do you want to go? Japan? So you want to stay in Asia? Mm-hmm. And what interests you about Japan? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Who wants to come to England? Who is going to come and see my country? No one? Oh, yay. Why? Why do you want to go to see England? Taste the tea there? Yes, we have very good tea. And drink it like this? Yes. There is a place in Da Nang called the Windsor Tea House. I will show you it. This is in Da Nang, in near Mike Beach. This is close to my apartment in Da Nang. And they have like English tea and tea parties you can have. Yeah, you can sit like this and drink the tea. Okay, everybody, are you still awake? Are you tired? You tired? Okay, everybody sleep. Who can tell me, what do you think are 3 factors that impact a person's well-being the most? So remember, your well-being is your health and your happiness. What are 3 factors that impact someone's well-being the most? So money, education, did you say? Okay, money, education, what else? What do you think? Love? So I think the word we could use is relationships. Yes, so even relationships with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, when you have even problems with them, you don't feel very good within yourself. You don't have a good well-being. Good, so relationships, love, money, education, any more? Career, good, your career. Now, who can tell me number 2? Number 2, what do you think?
On patience.
So please read the whole sentence.
I believe the most important bit of a person would have to be patient.
Yeah, and why? Because?
That patience is like, we have patience to listen and to try to understand that other more sentences, it can be very necessary for understand others.
Mhm. Okay, very good. How about you? What do you think?
I believe the most important is kindness
Mm-hmm.
because you can help many people and
It's good to be kind to everyone. No.
we change someone
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good, thank you. Who can tell me number 3? Can anybody give me an example for number 3? Good idea, yes please. Still thinking. Everybody can have 1 minute to think. Engaging in activities such as, sorry? Scouts. Scouts. Do you have scouts in Vietnam? Like these? Yeah, like these? Okay, so engaging in activities such as scouts promotes okay, very good. I think about my son when I think about this question or this sentence. For my son, engaging in activities such as painting and building promotes an artistic and creative brain. Yes, does everybody understand? Can we have one more example from someone? Engaging in activities. I will start the sentence for you. So I will start the sentence for you, you finish it. Engaging in activities such as running and swimming promotes. Shh, you talk all lesson. Okay, good. Promotes a healthy lifestyle. Engaging in activities such as running and swimming promotes a healthy lifestyle. Now, read these three phrases. How much happiness do you get from doing these things? Number 1 gives you the most happiness, and number 6 gives you the least. So which one of these do you think gives you the most happiness? Spending money on items you want gives you the most happiness, and which one gives you the least? Yes. Okay, good. How about you? Which one makes you the happiest?
Receiving money as a gift.
Yeah, receiving money as a gift makes you the happiest. And which one makes you the least happy?
Same as this.
Yes, giving money to someone else. How about, let's have the boy here. Which one of these makes you feel the happiest? Giving money to other people makes you feel the happiest? Oh, okay. Thank you, everybody. Yes. And which one makes you feel the least happy? Doesn't make you happy? Spending money, okay. Spending money on travel can mean two different things too. For example, I have to spend money on travel to get to work every day. Some people have to spend money on travel, especially in London where I live, back home. To get on a train or a bus is so much money. I used to have to pay nearly 400,000 or 500,000 Vietnam dong just to get to work every day and back to work. So that was my least favorite thing to spend money on, was just to spend it to get to work. Which one of these makes you the most happy? Or the happiest? Yes, please. What items give you the most happiness? Okay. And which one gives you the least happiness? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. How about the online students? Do we have any answers? Okay, now everybody, we're going to take about 5 minutes to complete the listening. I'm not sure if we will have enough time to complete all of the question and answers, but please take a few minutes to listen, okay?
Page 126, exercise B, and page 127, exercise C. An interview about money and happiness. Hello and welcome to Money Matters. I'm your host, Dave Martin. Tonight, we're very lucky to have with us Dr. Regina Simmons of South State University. She's going to share some ideas with us from the perspective of science on money and happiness. As usual, we'll be taking calls from you, the listeners. If you have a question for Dr. Simmons, please call in. Good evening, Dr. Simmons.
Good evening, Dave. It's great to be here.
The pleasure's ours. So, Dr. Simmons, let me start by asking you a question that's easy to ask, but I suppose difficult to answer. How does the amount of money we make impact?
What is the question? Okay, so the guy is like a radio host or a TV host. He is asking someone who knows everything about money, who's done lots of surveys about money. The first question he asks is, how does the amount of money we make impact our personal happiness?
Our personal happiness.
Well, Dave, a study carried out by psychologist Elizabeth Dunn at the University of British Columbia touched upon just that question. And what she found out may come as a surprise to those of us who automatically associate more money with greater happiness. It seems to show that, for most of us anyway, we get a greater sense of well-being from giving money.
She was about to say we get a greater sense of well-being from giving money away, not from spending it on ourselves. Do you believe that? No? Yes, it's a bit of a surprise. It does make sense. I think there's been times before when I see the old ladies in Da Nang like picking up the trash and doing such hard work. Sometimes just giving them a little bit of money, like 50,000 or 20,000, makes you feel good for a whole day.
Away, not from spending it on ourselves.
Really? How did she discover that?
Well, Dr. Dunn became interested in the question of money and happiness when she started making more money when she got a job as a professor. She wanted to determine whether money could buy happiness or not, and she hoped to use the extra money she was making in ways that would bring her happiness. She looked for research on the subject of money and its relationship to happiness. At the time, very little information on the subject existed. So Dr. Dunn decided to engage in her own scientific research to see if people might derive more happiness from using their money to help other people, rather than themselves.
And how did she go about researching this topic?
That's a good question. Let me give you an example. In one of her first studies, Dr. Dunn and her fellow researchers gave two groups of people a small amount of money in the morning. People in the first group were asked to spend the money on other people, and those in the second group to spend it on themselves. At the end of the day, the researchers interviewed everyone in the group. They discovered that the people who had spent the money on other people were happier than those who had spent it on themselves.
What did they do? How did they do the experiment?
They divided people into two different missions.
Okay, very good. So they divided the people into two. You go and spend money on yourself. You go and spend money on other people. Come back at the end of the day and tell me how you feel.
Since then, a lot of other research on money and happiness has been carried out by Dr. Dunn and other researchers.
I see. My mother always told me that generosity is a virtue, but she never mentioned that it could positively impact my happiness. Oh, excuse me, but I think we have our first caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello. I wanted to know, what are some of the mistakes people might make if they try to buy happiness with money?
Thank you, caller.
What is the question?
That people make while trying to buy happiness with money.
Good. So what are the mistakes people make when they try to buy happiness with money?
Dr. Simmons?
Yes, well, one very common error is to make a major purchase, such as a big house, that you can't really afford. Many people simply assume that owning an expensive item, a home or a car, will make them happy. But you know, buying a home is a big financial commitment, and in fact, people often go deep into debt to buy one. Actually, research suggests that owning your home brings no more happiness than renting.
So the research that she did shows that people who own their own house are not happier than people who are renting their own house. Do you understand?
That's surprising. What else does the research show?
Well, there's been quite a bit of research in recent years. Another interesting study by psychologists Leif van Boven and Tom Gilovich looked at the value of spending money on experiences. People often buy material items such as cars, houses, clothes, furniture, and the like, but material purchases like those are different from experiences. Experiences include things like vacations, concerts, or language lessons.
Do you think it's important to spend more money on experiences than material things? Do you understand? Yes? So what do you think is more important to spend money on? Why? So experiences, you can actually go out and do an activity. You maybe have a lot of happy memories from. If you just buy an expensive shirt or expensive shoes, you don't really get that much good memories from them. Okay, good.
So anyway, these scientists used surveys to ask people how they felt about the items they bought compared to the experiences they bought. Well, they discovered that spending money on experiences made people happier than spending it on material goods. The reason for this is probably that experiences are more meaningful to a person, and they contribute more to successful social relationships.
Interesting. Oh, we have another caller on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Hi. My question is this. How much money do you need to be happy?
How about that, Dr. Simmons? How much money do we need?
Well, okay, obviously that's not an easy question to answer, as what brings fulfillment differs greatly from person to person. People say that the best things in life are free, which implies that money doesn't matter to happiness. But we all know that's not really true. Studies have shown that debt has a negative effect on happiness, while savings and financial security tend to increase it. There was a very interesting study carried out by an economist, Angus Deaton, and a psychologist named Daniel Kahneman. They wanted to know whether more money means more happiness. They analysed surveys filled out by thousands of people. Their research shows that once a person earns more than $75,000 a year, making more money ceases to significantly increase his or her level of happiness.
So
people who were earning $75,000 a year were the happiest they could be. Even if they earned more than 75,000, it seems like they just couldn't be any happier. It seems that everybody can be comfortable on $75,000 a year.
in other words, money can still positively affect the outlook of a person who makes less than $75,000 a year. But for people who make more than $75,000, additional money doesn't have a big effect on happiness.
Exactly. What's important to remember is this. Research has determined that happiness isn't about how much money you have. It's what you do with the money that can promote happiness, especially if you use it to help others and to have your own enjoyable experiences.
Thank you very much, Dr. Simmons. We're going to pause now for a short commercial break.
Okay. So number one, everybody, what does a recent study by psychologist Elizabeth Dunn show? See, so spending money on others makes you happier than spending it on yourself. Put your hand up if you agree. Okay, you agree? Spending money, you didn't agree earlier. Okay, how about number two? What common error do people make when they try to buy happiness with money? Yes, they think that major purchases such as houses, will make them money. I know so many people that borrow lots of money from different people and different banks to then buy a house or buy a car, and are very stressed because they need to just spend so much time and money paying back. How about number 3? What question did researchers Leif Van Bowen and Tom Gilovich want to answer? Okay, which makes people happier, spending money on experiences or on items? What are some good experiences we can spend money on? Good, vacation, skydiving? You want to go skydiving? No, thank you. But yes, good, it's a good experience for some people. What else? Roller coaster? Yes. So for example, if you are with a group of 3 or 4 friends, maybe going to the Vinpearl land in Hoi An, that's a good experience that's a better experience rather than just going shopping or going to eat food. Number 4, what did Angus Deaton and Daniel Kahneman's study reveal? A, making more than a certain amount of money doesn't affect happiness much. Okay, thank you everybody. We can relax now.